On March 14th, 13th for some of us, we have our very first lunar eclipse, commencing the first eclipse season of the year. And this lunar eclipse is in Virgo. I had to get myself up early out of bed, and I'm filming this earlier than usual because I could not film this video and tell you all about this lunar eclipse, just like you cannot not journal under this lunar eclipse. This Virgo lunar eclipse is a reality check. It is a lunar eclipse that is really calling us to release, to really keep it real and honest and blunt with ourselves about what it is that we've been avoiding, what it is that needs to change, what it is that we need to confront. And whether we like it or not, we are going to see these changes happen in our lives, and we have to trust it. This is a let go and let God, let go and let source, let creator, let the most high, whatever it is that you call the one that cannot be named. This is the time that you surrender. This is the time that you no longer fear letting go because you're not sure what is going to replace it. Trust what beginnings will begin for you with the endings that need to happen. The new beginnings that are meant for you cannot happen without the endings, cannot happen without the closure, cannot happen without you letting go. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you and guiding you through 8 journaling prompts directly inspired by the energy surrounding this Virgo lunar eclipse. As I walk you through each prompt, you will gain a clearer and clearer understanding of the themes and energy surrounding this lunar eclipse. But I'm telling you right now that this is going to bring forth release, closure, surrender in your life, all with the intention to bring forth greater harmony and alignment for your highest good. So let's get into it. What changes have I been ignoring but intuitively feel are important? What changes in your life do you feel need to happen? What changes do you feel have needed to happen? Perhaps it's a change that you've been delaying or ignoring, avoiding because you're afraid of what's going to happen once the change happens. How is your life going to change? The unknown is scary to you, and it's scary to all of us, and the unknown is something that we need to get comfortable with, something that we need to learn to honor because it's an inevitable part of life. But now is the time for us to really sit with ourselves and ask ourselves, what are the changes we've been ignoring, avoiding, turning a blind eye to, scared to happen because we're not sure of what's exactly going to happen after the change occurs in our life. And I did forget to mention earlier in this video that Virgo rules the stomach. So this is a full moon, a lunar eclipse that is really bringing us to our body. Right? This is a full moon that is calling us to connect with our body, with our gut, with our intuition, with our feeling, really allowing ourselves to sit and feel what we're feeling. And because it's connecting us to the body, it is therefore connecting us to the physical world, to the 3D, to the material. So this is a very grounding, bring yourself back down to earth full moon. All that said, what changes have you been ignoring, but intuitively feel are important, are needed, need to happen? Which subconscious beliefs are sabotaging my needs and desires? This is very much a shadow work prompt because this is very much a shadow work Virgo lunar eclipse. It is calling us to assess the shadows, to assess the insecure, fearful parts of ourselves that are holding us back from the changes, holding us back from the transformation that is aligning with us, that is meant for us at this time in this season of our lives. Which are the subconscious beliefs that are sabotaging your needs and desires, that are sabotaging you from moving forward in your life, you from achieving your goals, you from pursuing that idea that you've had in your head, you from feeling your feelings, you from doing the things that you need to do, doing the things that you are worthy of. And something that came up for me the other day is that when it comes to money and finances and abundance, for example, something we don't realize that is a blockage for that is a subconscious belief, are responsibilities that we do not want to take on. With more money, with more finance, with greater abundance. And let me make it clear, we all have limitless abundance. Abundance is innate to us. Sorry for the little wind that may be showing up in this video. It is windy season, which is why I got up really early. But what responsibilities are you avoiding that is blocking you from greater wealth, from greater financial abundance? So it's so deep. It really is deeper than we think. And it's so deep that it's in our subconscious. So take a moment to analyze and observe and explore what subconscious beliefs you may have that are sabotaging you, that are sabotaging your highest self, that are sabotaging from you embodying who you truly are. What beginnings and endings am I coming to terms with? If this eclipse hasn't already been felt and hasn't already confronted you, it will at some point in this eclipse season. And it will become more and more clear to you about the beginnings and endings that are meant to happen in your life and that are going to happen no matter what, right? Which are the ones that you are coming to terms with? Which are the ones that you are coming to accept? Which are the ones that you are surrendering to? And you could either be thinking, I know which endings and beginnings are happening in my life, but I haven't come to terms with them yet. If this is you, then use this prompt as your opportunity to set the intention that you will be coming to terms with it, that you will be accepting it, that you will be surrendering to the beginning, to the ending, and to all of it. So, which beginnings and endings are you coming to terms with? What am I going to act on because I am worth it? This is one of my favorite prompts that I have received and that I'm sharing with you in this video for this Virgo Lunar Eclipse, because it gets us to really look at life and look at the challenges and look at what feels difficult for us to act on in a different way, right? We are acting on these things. We are taking these actions because we are worth it, because we are worthy of it. What changes are you worthy of taking action on, right? What actions in general are you worthy of acting on? Really take a moment to sit with your worthiness and what it is that you are worthy of. What kind of relationships are you worthy of? What kind of relationship with your body are you worthy of? What kind of relationship with yourself in general? What kind of relationship with money? What kind of financial wealth are you worthy of? What kind of career are you worthy of? Home environment. Assess all these different aspects of your life, especially the ones that are really calling to you in this season, and ask yourself, what actions am I going to take because I'm worth it, right? Because I'm worth of me manifesting this change, because I'm worthy of me manifesting this kind of situation, this kind of embodiment, this kind of environment in my life. And this is the action I'm going to take, because I know I need to in order to manifest this, in order to manifest what I'm worthy of. So sit with your worthiness and affirm to yourself the actions you're going to take because you are worthy of it. What responsibilities am I going to embrace because I love myself? Here is another good one. The other prompt, the one before this that I just shared with you, gets you to sit with your worthiness, with your self-worth. And this prompt gets you to sit with your lovingness, your self-love. What responsibilities are you going to embrace because you love yourself? This is another perspective shifter that I love because it gets us to look at the responsibilities that we've been avoiding, that we've been scared of, that we've been turning a blind eye to, that we've been shoving under the rug for whatever reason. It gets us to look at those responsibilities in a different way. If I sit with how much I love myself, how much I deserve to love myself, how much I am practicing loving myself, what are the responsibilities that I'm going to start embracing? Set this intention for yourself under this Virgo lunar eclipse, and through the season of this eclipse, through the upcoming 6 months of your life, please refer back to this prompt and the one previous to it, because it really is affirming yourself of the actions you're worthy of taking and of the responsibilities you lovingly are affirming you will be embracing. Again, because you love yourself. Again, because you are worthy of it. The worthiness and the self-love, the self-worth really do go hand in hand. So sit with the love you have for yourself, the love you are practicing having for yourself, the love you know you should have, you will have for yourself, and the responsibilities you will be embracing, are embracing because of it. I love how I'm having this sunlight shedding light on the shadow, on the darkness, because it really is symbolic to this video. Okay. What do I need to be real with myself about? What do I need to be real with myself about? Like I mentioned earlier in this video, this Virgo lunar eclipse really is a full moon, a lunar eclipse that is encouraging us to sit with ourselves and keep it real. What do you need to keep it with yourself about? Lovingly, compassionately, right? Not harshly, not hatingly, not disgraciously or ungraciously or shamefully, guiltily, none of those things. Let's leave all of that out of it. Even though we may know that we've been avoiding something for so long and we shouldn't have, and don't get into the shouldn't haves, could haves. No, it's not going to be serving your highest good, which is what this Virgo lunar eclipse is intending to align you to your highest good. So let's focus on that. Let's focus on continuing to sit with the self-worth and the self-love perceptions and lenses. What do you need to keep it real with yourself about? And this is probably something that you haven't been keeping yourself checked on, right? What do I need to check myself on? It really is giving check yourself before you wreck yourself. Y'all. No, really though. This is a very important prompt under this lunar eclipse, and I encourage you to look back at the previous prompts that you have chosen to journal before this one and allow it to give you some clarity about the things that you need to be honest with yourself about, because I'm sure that you've already arrived to some clarity. So what do you need to be real with yourself about? And you will be real with yourself about in journaling this prompt. What practices can support me with deepening my trust, strengthening my faith, and expanding my perception? I love this prompt too, because this prompt really is embodying a large theme of this Virgo lunar eclipse. This Virgo lunar eclipse is really calling us to deepen our trust as we do all this releasing, as we embrace all these changes and things that we've been avoiding, it is an opportunity for us to deepen our trust. As we do all of this as well and undergo these changes and transformations, it is also an opportunity for us to strengthen our faith. And as we also journey through this eclipse season and journey through these prompts and really keep it real with ourselves, we have the opportunity to expand our perception. A lot of the times, a big reason why certain changes are so difficult to embrace, why certain actions are so difficult to take on, why certain transformations can be a bit daunting for us is because we are so stuck with just perceiving and seeing what is directly in front of us. We need to take these moments of taking a step back and seeing the bigger picture, right? Really seeing all the moving parts of the situation and not just what's in front of us. Remember that there's always, always, always something so much bigger than what is just happening right in front of you. And this is the time for us to be taking that step back. So I really wanted us to take a moment to ask ourselves and write down the practices that can support us with deepening our trust, strengthening our faith, and expanding our perception. And yes, some of these practices are like embracing certain responsibilities and taking on certain actions and practicing no longer being in fear through what, right? Through XYZ reminders, right? So take this moment to create this list of practices for yourself that you can turn to and refer back to whenever you may need it. How can I begin to continue to affirm my wholeness, my worthiness, and my wealthiness? I am sharing these prompts towards the end intentionally because you have the opportunity to look back at the previous prompts that you've journaled and have what you've already journaled support you in answering these final prompts. How can you begin to affirm your wholeness, your worthiness, your wealthiness? Because all of this is innate within you, right? It's not something that you need to develop or that you need to strive for or that you need to gain, because you are innately whole. You are innately worthy. You are innately wealthy. All of this is yours already. How can you begin to affirm this, that which is already yours, that which is your birthright? And how can you continue to? Because I know that some of you have already been in this practice of affirming your wholeness, your worthiness, your wealthiness, and other birthrights that each and every single one of us human beings and living beings have. And I do want to highlight too that another reason why it is difficult and challenging for us to let go of people, places, things, and to release and to surrender is because we feel like this thing that we're letting go creates a void in our life, creates this sense of like, I am not full anymore, right? I'm not whole anymore. And that's just not true. You can do all the releasing of people, places, and things, and you remain whole. Always, always. So how can you begin to continue to affirm your wholeness, worthiness, and wealthiness? Bonus prompt. How can I begin or continue to deepen my healthy relationship with my body? I really wanted to offer a prompt that highlights this groundedness that this Virgo lunar eclipse is bringing forth to us. This grounding ourselves to our body, connecting with our body, communing with our body, listening to our body. How can you begin to deepen that relationship with your body, the relationship that you're worthy of, that is a reflection of lovingness that is healthy, how can you continue to? Because I know some of you, again, have already been in this practice of creating a healthier relationship with your body. Again, refer back to the previous prompts to support you in journaling this one. And that, my friends, are the 8 journaling prompts for this Virgo lunar eclipse. I pray that it really brings forth greater clarity, confidence, comfort for each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for bringing me into your present moment. And I sincerely pray that we all journey through this eclipse season with grace and compassion towards ourselves and others, aware that we are all undergoing change and transformation. Continue to remind yourself that the intention of the energies here, of the cosmos, of life in general, is to always bring forth greater harmony in your life. Trust that, have faith in that, and continue to bring a more expanded perception into your life. Okay, the wind is queuing up the ending here. Have a beautiful Virgo lunar eclipse. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.